Hello Leo, welcome to, or Leo Cross Watchers, welcome to Sienna Sunshine Tarot, or welcome back to Sienna Sunshine Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a love reading for whomever is watching this video, and I'm going to pull 3 cards from the past, 3 cards from the present, and 3 cards from the future of the general energies of this love connection, of this love interest, of this relationship. So it looks like someone was feeling a bit powerless, perhaps in terms of communication within this relationship. Like someone didn't feel like they were having a lot of self-doubt over, it doesn't necessarily have to be over communication, but that's what I'm getting from this. Someone was having some self-doubt and maybe hanging on to something that someone said in this relationship. Like there was something that someone said that really affected the other person and made them feel victimized, if you will, or planted some seed of self-doubt within them and kind of made them feel like they didn't know where to go from there, and they got stuck in that state. And like I said, that doesn't necessarily have to be something with communication, but there is someone feeling trapped and powerless. Could be dealing with an air sign here. I really do see this as something like something that happened in the past. Someone said was like snappy with the other person, or someone said something like, there are a lot of swords in the past. So what I really feel is, or what I really see here is that someone said something that kind of like cut the other person in the heart, kind of really hurt them. It was something kind of like some kind of sharp comment, and this person could have responded. If you said this, if it was you who said some kind of comment like this that you could tell the other person felt hurt, it looks like the other person came back and said something to you, but it was kind of more, it wasn't as sharp, it wasn't as hurtful, but it was still like, either like, don't do that. Sorry, I was coughing. So whoever made this comment, the other person came back and said something that wasn't necessarily as mean, but was still like, don't say that. Or it could have been some kind of like creative response that was like kind of hurtful, but like I think the person got the hint to not do that. It looks like someone was in the past being very watchful of the other person. It looks like someone is kind of being stalked a little bit, or like someone is paying really close attention to the other. You both could be paying really close attention to each other, and like you're just focused very intently on each other. And or it could just be from one side. So it looks like in the present tense, someone in this relationship it looks like one person is kind of putting most of the work in, and then the other person, once someone goes and puts the work in, the other person is there to offer emotion. So I'm sure the person who is putting the work into this situation, or like maybe reaching out a lot or whatever, has emotion too, but it looks like whoever is being reached out to more, it's not that the situation, it doesn't look very one-sided. If one person is just watching the other, then that could be the person who is reaching out, or like waiting to, looks like someone is waiting to offer some sort of emotion, or they wait for this person to come to them, whoever this is, they wait for this person to come to them before they offer that emotion, if that makes sense. So it's like this person has to initiate, and then they receive attention from this person, this other person, in this love connection. But something about that is going to change, it looks like, in the present. Whatever cycle was happening, it looks like, you know, it looks like there is some kind of cycle here. It could have been like it was hard to maintain this love connection from one person's end because of work matters, and someone felt very pressured to focus on their work, and there was some kind of difficulty in balance between work and love in this connection. But yeah, like I said, that changes in the present energy. So it looks like that changes, and someone is a lot more focused on building a stable home for themselves, a lot more focused on their finances in their future. Before, maybe it was hard to balance work and love, and maybe you cut that out, or this other person cuts you out and focuses a lot more on their finances. It looks like someone's very busy, or they're focused on building. It doesn't necessarily have to be on their finances. Like maybe it was a struggle between putting work into this relationship and putting love into this relationship, like wanting to be loving but also needing to acknowledge the problems in this relationship or love interest. Or it was like someone wanted to offer this love. If it's not a relationship, if it's a love interest, someone wanted to offer this love and this person was constantly working. And it kind of just looks like two people are on a separate page here. Someone's very emotional and the other person is very like work oriented, I guess. And you can be emotional and work oriented, but someone is just more focused on emotion, the other is more focused on work. And it looks like the work aspect of this, or this relationship in the future, this love interest, starts to seem like more work in the future. Someone is going to be very guarded with their communication in the future. Like they feel like they're holding back and they're being protective over their communication. It could be because they're working so much that they're very careful with what they're putting their time and energy into, and they're not putting as much love into this love connection in the future, and they're more focused on finances. Or instead of being as affectionate and loving, it's more like constructing where they want this love connection to go and how it can be stable, and just trying to get everything in a row. It could be both of you in this love connection. Like before, love is kind of put on the back burner, or this connection is kind of put on the back burner, and something changes to where the love was there and it was more present in the current energies, but something kind of changes in towards the future. It could be both of you in this love connection. You both kind of just go to work. You both start really focusing on getting everything in order at your home, in your career and finances, even though this isn't a reading for that. And that causes some kind of, like, something is very guarded. Someone's being very guarded, like I said, with their communication, or it seems like the communication is very limited, like you both are tied up with work, with career and finance, with, yeah, you both are very busy, so the communication between you two could be restricted. That doesn't mean that the love isn't still there, but it's like if you both are working a lot, if you both are really busy, you're not going to have as much time to communicate from either end. So that's what I got from this reading. I hope you enjoyed that portion, and I'm going to pull an Angels of Atlantis Oracle card, which it could be some guidance about this situation if you want to take it that way. If there are some struggles in this situation, like with this balance, it could be what will help with that, or how to deal with whatever change comes with the Wheel of Fortune and the present energies, or it could just be general messages that you need to hear or understand from the angels, if you're into all of that. All right. So it looks like you got Jophiel, Forgiveness, as your oracle card. I like to read it from the book. So, forgiveness. And Jophiel is the Holy Liberator. When you draw this card, Jophiel asks you to release negative feelings of the past, to let go of the substance of the pain that stops you from living a life of unlimited joy and love. Forgiveness doesn't mean you accept inappropriate behavior towards yourself. It means that you no longer are prepared to carry the pain of reaction within you. When we hold unforgiveness in our hearts, we may be stabbed by bitterness. Let Jophiel take this burden from you. By chanting Ha 3 times, your heart chakra will feel changed and enlivened. So maybe whatever, how I would relate this to this reading is whatever was sharp in someone's heart, there was some kind of resentment, like someone was still hurt by this, and maybe that's why it threw things out of balance into this, and things kind of had to change. It created this weird like work and love issue, but someone in this situation was holding on to unforgiveness and bitterness, and it could have not even been, truthfully, what I saw was it was one person to the other, but it could have been someone was having a lot of negative thoughts and self-doubts toward themselves, and they need to offer that forgiveness to themselves in order to maintain this balance. So, I'm also going to pull, I hope that resonated with you, and it could be also something that you just need to hear in general within your life. Or you need to forgive this person, or they need to forgive you. So, I'm going to also pull a Enduring Virtue card, and this is the same thing. This could just be something that you need to hear in your life in general, or it could be something that I usually only take one, or something that has to do with this love interest, love connection, relationship. I usually only pick one, but I have a feeling that these should go together. If you are seeking, this makes sense to me with these other oracle cards. Anyways, it's yoga and counseling. If you're seeking self-forgiveness, or maybe if you are really holding on to something that someone else did to you. Anyways, the yoga card says, your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. So if you have been neglecting yourself, or been in an energy of self-doubt, or not paying attention to your health and stuff, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do yoga. If you're into yoga, definitely go for it. Maybe you want to try yoga, and that will help you to balance everything. Also, it says counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathic ear. So I'm not saying you necessarily need to go to counseling, but whenever forgiveness needs to happen, just open communication in like a place that's safe is what this could relate to this situation, or this could just be something that you need to hear in your life in general, as I said. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope you enjoy your day or night.